Good evening, everyone. So welcome to OET Writing Live presented by Tiju Sir Academy, and this is Ishwarya here. Yes, good evening, guys. All right, so here it's 5:35 in the evening, and I hope you people are having a great day over there. എല്ലാവരും സുഖമായിട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. നല്ല ദിവസമാണെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. Everything is going good. I really hope everything is going good with you people. Yes, Erin, hello and welcome to the session. Yes, Sumi Kaushik, good evening. Thank you, Sumi. Merlin Christian, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Yes, Swapna Mohan, live music shalom. Leha, good evening, Leha. How are you? I'm doing really great. Yeah, thank you so much. And I hope you are also doing good. Happy to see you as well. Good evening, Aaron, Sanya, Beena, Julie, Aji Chako, Anu, Janet. Good evening, everyone. Beena Jomon, you are here for the very first time. All right, thank you so much, Beena, first of all, and welcome to the session. And I hope your journey with the OET will be a very good one. So in the year, since it's your very first session, kindly listen to our classes, and if the time permits, സമയം കിട്ടുന്ന അനുസരിച്ച് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, look for our previous video. This is our writing 25th live. നമ്മുടെ റൈറ്റിംഗിൻ്റെ 24th live ആണ്. When the previous sessions time കിട്ടുന്ന അനുസരിച്ച് പയ്യെ കാണുക. There also you will get a detailed idea. In the beginning, especially in the beginningൽ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, how to construct a letter എന്നുള്ള കാര്യം ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. So if you want further clarification on that area also, എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, go for the beginning lives. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ബാക്കിയുള്ള ഓരോന്നും എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, one by one ആയിട്ട് കാണാം. Okay? Alright, so many people are here for the very first time. Shirley Thomas, good evening. Annie, hi, good evening. Jinesh, you are here for the very first time. Okay, Jinesh, welcome and thank you for being here. Good evening. Hi, Only. I hope you are doing great there in Sampia. I think everything is good, doing good there. Lija, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Lija. Thank you. And thank you so much for the comment. Sheetal, hi. Beena, Grishma, Annie, Shini, Jesus. Good evening, ma'am. Okay, hi, Shiny. Good evening. Elizabeth Chaco, Soumya. Very good evening, guys. All right. Yes, it's Jinesh KG, Shiji. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our session as well. Hi, Shanmuga Priya. Good evening, Shanmuga. Good evening and good afternoon and good morning, and in wherever part of your world that you are, I wish you a very good day. Yes, Leha, thank you so much for the compliment. Hi, Josna. Good evening. Dini Matthew, Elizabeth Joseph. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. No, I was just taking my initial seconds, നമ്മുടെ കുറച്ച് initial minutes ഞാൻ ഒന്ന് എടുക്കുകയായിരുന്നു, so that our usual participants can be here. Hi, Rinju. Good evening and thank you so much for being here. Elizabeth Joseph. Good evening, guys. Archana, Febin, Sony, Mini, Anu. Good evening, everyone. Reshma MR, Asha Samuel, Anu Biju, Febin Bateri. Good evening, guys. All right, so it's 5:39. So shall we begin our today's session? Are you guys ready? Ready ആണോ? നമുക്ക് നമ്മളുടെ സെഷൻ പയ്യെ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്താലോ? Yes, good evening, Febin. So are you guys ready? So if you people are ready, we can definitely start our session. Yes. My sound is very low. What about others? Hi, Vidya. Okay, let me just clear it out. Yes, Vidya, good evening. Sanya, yes. Akshaya, yes. Good evening, guys. All right. So am I audible now? ഇപ്പോൾ ക്ലിയർ ആണോ എല്ലാവർക്കും? ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് നല്ലതായിട്ട് കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ? So could you please respond that in our comment box as well? Yes, all right. Since everyone you people are ready, we are gonna start our today's session. And for today's class, I have prepared a case note for you. ഞാൻ എന്താണ് എന്നൊരു കേസ് നോട്ട് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ബട്ട് അറ്റ് ദ സെയിം ടൈം ആഫ്റ്റർ ഡിസ്കസിങ് ദാറ്റ് കേസ് നോട്ട് വി ആർ ഗോയിൻ ടു ഡെവലപ്പ് ദ ലെറ്റർ. നമ്മൾ ആ ഒരു ലെറ്റർ ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യും. ബട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾസോ ഇൻ എ ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് വേ. അതെങ്ങനെയാണ്? ഒരു ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് വേയിലാണ്. ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് വേ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ യു പീപ്പിൾ ഹാവ് ടു മേക്ക് ഇറ്റ് കറക്റ്റ്. നിങ്ങളാണ് അതിനകത്ത് എന്ത് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്? ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ വിത്ത് യുവർ പെർമിഷൻ ആസ് വെൽ ഐ എം ഗോയിൻ ടു സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ദി ലെറ്റർ. ഹിയർ ഇസ് ദി ലെറ്റർ ഫോർ യു പീപ്പിൾ. Okay. Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, all right. So the reading time, this is the instruction that we normally receive in an OET letter or the OET case note. Anson, hi Anson, good evening. Happy to see you here as well. I hope this will be a good one for you, good session for you. Okay, so time allowed, reading time 5 minutes, writing time 40 minutes. Read the case note below and complete the writing task which follows. Yes, as usual, dear Bindu ma'am is here with us. So good evening, Bindu ma'am, and thank you so much. Lot of hearts for you as well. And yes, our viewers are also telling her the greetings to you. Okay, so let's begin our today's case note. Read time allowed, reading time 5 minutes, writing time 40 minutes. Read the case note below and complete the writing task which follows. This is the instruction that we receive in the beginning of every case note. Ella case note in the beginning la nammal receive cheyuna instruction aanu idu. 5 minutes for reading time. So make sure in this 5 minutes you people are not supposed to touch your pencil. Ningal endu cheyan paadilla, ningalde pencils touch cheyan paadilla, and the rest of the 5 minutes can be used as for writing. Okay, so here begins the case note. Notes: Hospital, St. Mary's Public Hospital, 32 Frederick Street, Proudhurst. So looking blurred. Okay, yes Lija, that can be any internet issues. No worries, that will get uploaded clearly as times goes. I hope everyone can see our screen. There won't be any issues. Screen ellarkum clear aano? Okay, all right. So hospital, St. Mary's Public Hospital, 32 Frederick Street, Proudhurst. This is the hospital address. And the patient details. Patient details, Miss Bethany Taylor. So patient details, Miss Bethany Taylor. Next of kin. So the very next of kin means the close relative, the very first relative. Henry Taylor, that is her father, and Barbara Taylor, that is her mother. And admission date, 1st March 2018. So the 1st March 2018, that's the admission date. And the discharge date, 18 March 2018. 18 March 2018. And what's the diagnosis here? Endana diagnosis? Schizophrenia. And the diagnosis is schizophrenia. So we collected some basic information about the patient. We got to know her name and her first-hand relatives and her admission and discharge date as well as her diagnosis. Now it's important for us to go directly to the writing task. ഇനി ഏറ്റവും ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യം എന്താണ്? Go directly to the writing task in order to identify the reader. Okay, I hope you people can read the writing task now. Miss Bethany Taylor is a 35-year-old patient in the psychiatric ward where you are working as a nurse. So what we understood from here is the patient is Bethany Taylor, and how old is she? 35-year-old. So normally the patient age and date of birth, either of any information will be provided normally in the beginning of the case note. But in this particular case note, it is provided at the end of the case note, that is in the writing task. Okay? And that is in the psychiatric ward where you are working as a nurse. You are working as a nurse. What is our designation? Work nurse. Using the information in the case note, write a discharge letter. What kind of letter? Write a discharge letter to the patient primary care physician. Write a discharge letter to the patient primary care physician. Patient's primary care physician, Dr. Giovanni D. Cocchio, Proudhurst Family Practice, 231 Brightview Avenue, Proudhurst. So what all information that, so could you please tell me one by one what all information that is provided here? എന്തെല്ലാം കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് that you people got to know? We got to know about, yes ma'am, if you age and date of birth is given, what should we write? If DOB and date both are provided, always go with DOB. If DOB is not available, then go with age. Okay, so Miss Bethany Taylor is a 35-year-old patient in the psychiatric ward where you are working as a nurse. So what is our designation? Our designation is nurse and the patient is 35-year-old. And the type of letter, exactly, very good, only Bimita, exactly, that's a discharge letter. Write a discharge letter. That is still that, it's clear. Very good, guys. Now the next question, to whom we are writing? Who is our reader? And is there any importance with the reader? The discharge letter ആണ്, patient 35 years ആണ്, അതും correct ആണ്. Who is our reader? Patient's primary care physician. Patient's primary care physician, Dr. Giovanni Di Cocco. Patient primary care physician, exactly, very good, Sumi, Vidya, very good, Tessie, exactly, this is completely a non-case. Primary care physician means the one who provided the primary care to the patient. പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് പ്രൈമറി കെയർ കൊടുത്ത ആൾ, which means the reader already know the patient. I hope it is clear. Patient primary care physician, non-case. Yes, very good. Clear? Dr. Giovanni Di Cocco and the rest of the address are provided there. Yes, exactly, primary. What is the designation of the reader? What is the designation of the reader? Yes, exactly. That is your question also. Designation of the reader, that is something that we are going to see. You know, the thing is, the designation will not be available in the writing task every time. Every time, the designation won't be available in the writing task. So here, that is provided. Doctor is already provided. Yes, doctor avade paranjittunde. The physician, family physician, primary care physician, that is something that we can use. Yes, anyway, if you have confusion, go through the case note thoroughly and then go for the appropriate designation. So we are going to see the rest of the letter. All right, so I'm going to change the slide. Yes, is it a GP? It's not it's provided as primary care physician. So we can go for physician itself, or doctor. Primary care physician. Primary care physician is provided, so it's better to copy the exact details from the writing task. Discharge type, to whom we are writing? Primary care physician. Primary care physician means the one who provided the primary care to the patient. Okay, now we are going to see the rest of the information. This is a non-case, that is we have identified. So do we need to read this part, past medical history? Do we need to read this part? Since it's a non-case, medical history is already known to the reader. So we can definitely skip this part. We don't even need to look at this area. But still, I'm just going with that. Hypertension secondary to fibromuscular dysplasia. Primary hypothyroidism, levothyroxine 88 mcg is daily used. But it is a past medical history and it's a non-case, which means we don't need this information. Alright, yes, exactly. Very good. Yes, I'm reading your comments, no worry. No need of past medical history. So I'm moving forward with the next one. That is social background. Do we need that data? Do we need social background? Social background namukku avashyam. Do we need social background? That is also not necessary because it's a non-case. So if it is a non-case, can you please? Yeah, definitely. I will make it clear once we develop the address. Unemployed, on disability allowance for schizophrenia, history of polysubstance abuse, mainly cocaine and alcohol, last used cocaine on this particular area. So the social background is also not necessary because it's a non-case. So we are skipping that part as well. Now straight away going with the admission. Admission means 1st March 2018. What happened on that day? Patient self-admitted decompensated schizophrenia. What happened with the patient is patient got admitted on 1st March 2018. And what was her condition? Decompensated schizophrenia. Decompensated schizophrenia. Yes. And the medical background, non-compliant with medication. The patient is not compliant with medications. Admitted for auditory command, hallucination, telling patient to harm self. What was her situation? Admitted for auditory command hallucination. So he is, correct sound and telling patient to harm self. So what is the condition is the patient is hallucinating that someone is telling him that he need to harm himself or herself. Patientine thanne harm cheyu ennu aaro avarodu parayunnu. Along with auditory hallucination, visual hallucination, shadow figures with the grinning faces. Visual hallucination is also there. Visual hallucination is also there. Auditory hallucination is also there. Along with that, the patient is having delusion. Delusion, personal connections to various political leader. So what all things are there for the patient? Hallucination as well as delusion. And on 1st March 2018, 1st March 2018, first day of admission, what happened with the patient? The patient was agitated and aggressive. Patient endana agitated vana, aggressive vana. Responding to internal stimuli with thought blocking and latency. So the patient is responding to internal stimuli. Because of agitation, the patient is not responding in the right way. Therefore, what we did, we commenced antipsychotic medication. Antipsychotic medication. All right? Yes, hi, Sindhu Pramod. Yes. So the patient is having hallucination and delusion, and on the 1st March 2018, agitated and aggressive, responding to internal stimuli with thought blocking and latency. So the patient is having agitated and aggressive behavior, and he is responding to the inner voice. All right, and comments antipsychotic medications for him. And Joby Mall, hi ma'am, your classes really helped me to crack OET. Thank you for your great effort and simple and understandable explanation. Thank you so much, Joby, and I'm really glad that you cracked your examination. Congratulations, first of all, okay? I'm very much grateful. Thank you, and I'm really happy at this moment that you cracked your examination. That is the important one. So, adanatha enike help cheyan pattiyadu ennu arnyathil I'm really grateful. I'm really glad with the fact that I could help you in some way, and then huge congratulations, okay? Hearty congratulations to you to crack your OET exam. Thank you so much for being here. So I know you are gonna be an inspiration for others as well. So nammal exam clear ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് you people are coming back in our live and telling us that because of you that you cleared the exam എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ it's really gives me lot of happiness. Thank you, and I'm really grateful. So എനിക്ക് അതിനകത്ത് ചെറിയ ഒരു പങ്ക് വഹിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയെങ്കിൽ thank you. It doesn't, I mean, അതൊരു ചെറിയ പോർഷൻ മാത്രം. Everything is in your hand. Your hard work gave you the result. So congratulations once again, Joby. Okay, Anson, thank you, Anson. Sanoob Krishnan, if the patient was agitated and aggressive, how did he got self-admitted? The situation is when he appeared, he was agitated, and when he presented, he was agitated and aggressive. That was his behavior. അത് നമ്മളോട് അവർ പ്ലെയിൻ ആയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു എന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ. Okay, so everyone is congratulating Joby. So it's your day, so congratulations once again. So let's back to our case note. So what we met is on 1st March 2018, patient vannu, agitated and aggressive nature aayirunnu, and he was responding to different things. Mirza's family GP non case aano? Mirza's family GP Okay, and commenced. Okay, are you asking about the last day's exam? Okay, commenced antipsychotic medication. Therefore, we commenced antipsychotic medication for the patient. And on 10th March, what happened on 10th March? Patient ceased reporting auditory or visual hallucination, which means the patient ceased means stopped. Patient stopped reporting auditory or visual hallucination. Auditory or visual hallucination stopped for the patient. Less disorganized thinking. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of that? Less disorganized thinking ennu paranjal, is it a positive thing or a negative thing? Can you please tell me that? Jyoti John, yes, thank you so much, and I'm really glad that you found it helpful. He appeared agitated and aggressive. Yes, Minnie, അത് എഴുതാം. ഓക്കെ, നമ്മളത് കാണുന്നുണ്ട്. യെസ്. So patient ceased reporting auditory or visual hallucination എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ he got better. Less disorganized means he become more organized. That's a positive thing. Exactly. Very good. So please don't get confused with that kind of wording. അങ്ങനത്തെ wording വെച്ചിട്ട് എന്താവാൻ പാടില്ല, confused ആവല്ല. Less disorganized thinking means more organized thinking. Less disorganized means more organized. Okay, more organized thinking. No signs of thought blocking or latency. He doesn't have any thought blocking idea, which means he started exactly, Sanu, he started responding to treatment. And able to minimize delusions and focus on activities of daily living. So now the patient is able to minimize delusion and he is able to focus on activities of daily living. Activities of daily living la avarku focus cheyanayittu ippo pattunnundu. Clear? Shall we move on? Now let's see the next part. So what is the nursing management? Yes, good progress, that is exactly meant. And the nursing management says assess for objective signs of psychosis. Objective signs of psychosis in assess chedu. Redirect patient from delusions. When he is getting delusional thought, redirect from him. Ensure medical compliance. Ensure medical compliance and help maintain behavioral control. Provide therapy if possible. Help maintain behavioral control. Provide therapy if possible. So nursing management means during hospitalization, the patient assessed for objective signs of psychosis. So assessment will be provided in the hospital, right? So our objective signs of psychosis noki and redirect patient from delusions. Delusional ninnu endu chedu redirect chedu and ensure medical compliance. Medical compliance ensure cheyam. Help maintain behavioral control. Provide therapy if possible. Possible ആണെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, തെറാപ്പി പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്യുക. And the assessment says good progress. The final round of assessment says good progress. Redirect means diversional. Exactly. Divert the patient thought from delusion, which means make it in a right track. Patient in the thought right track il tirichu viduka. Divert the patient attention in a right track rather than getting into delusions. Delusions avoid ചെയ്ത് right track il tirichu viduka. Okay ആണോ സെന്നോബ്? Okay, and assessment. Assessment എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ good progress. Chronic mental illness can decompensate if not on medication or abusing substance. So what is the assessment? Overall he made good progress. Overall he made good progress. And chronic mental illness can decompensate, which means it will return. Chronic mental illness can decompensate if not on medications or abusing substance. So if the patient is not compliant with the medication, this condition can come back, will come back. This condition may come back. Insight good, judgment is fair. So the insight of the patient is also good and his judgment is also fair, which means almost he is stable now. And if he is not taking her medications in the future, there is a chance the condition will reoccur. Okay? And the discharge plan says discharged on risperidone 4 gram nightly by mouth. So he was discharged on this medication and risperidone 1 milligram available twice a day PRN for agitation or psychosis. PRN means, can anyone tell me what is PRN? PRN, what is the short full form of PRN? PRN എന്താണ്? നമ്മൾ ഫ്രീക്വൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതല്ലേ? PRN, OD, these are the... Yes, what is PRN, guys? If necessary, very good. As required or if necessary. If needed, necessary, exactly. So this medication can given at 1 milligram available twice daily. So this can be provided twice daily if necessary. For what? For agitation or psychosis. Yes, very good, very good. PRN means if necessary. And back to apartment. So the dischargement, he is going back to after discharge, he is going back to apartment with follow up at Proudhurst Mental Clinic. With a follow up. So what we have to provide the patient is a follow up. Patient, the reader has to give the follow up. So therefore, Miss Bethany Taylor is a 35-year-old patient. 35-year-old patient in the psychiatric ward where you're working as a nurse. Using the information given in the case note, write a discharge letter to the patient primary care physician, Dr. Gyani D. Kokyo, Proudhurst Family Practice. Okay? Is that clear? Yes. Now, let's move on to the letter. Letter clear aano ellavarkum? Is that clear so far? So the patient non-case aana, therefore he was admitted on a particular day, and we mentioned about the her appearing symptom, the presenting symptoms. Then after the medication started, after the commencing of medication, he got better. Patient endai better ai. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് എന്തുണ്ടായി? We mentioned about the nursing management, and overall assessment says good progress. And if this if he is not compliant, if the medication is not following, it's not taking by the patient, there is a chance the condition can reoccur. Condition endagan chance undu, reoccur cheyanayittu chance undu. And therefore the discharge plan says he is discharged on this medication, and if agitation or psychosis is there, we have to provide him with the another dose of Risperidone. And back to the appointment, there is a follow-up for him at the Proudhurst Mental Health Clinic. Primary physician means her GP. Yes, primary care physician parayumba avarude GP thaneyana, general practitioner. Yes, that is fine. Primary care physician parayumba the one who has provided the primary care to the patient. So the only thing is, we don't need to come up or make any kind of judgment on that context. What we can do is exactly follow whatever is provided in the case note. What we have given is Dr. Giovanni Di Coco, the reader and the pair avade undu, and write it to patient's primary care physician. So what we can tell it as primary care physician. Then the rest of the things. Is that okay? I hope it is clear. So now with your participation, I'm going to develop the letter. Okay, letter in develop cheyidalo. Are you guys ready? Okay. Shall we begin? Case note ellarkum clear aano? Case note clear aano ellavarkum? Is that clear for everyone? Do you want me to explain at any point? Yes, very good. So now we are going to start the letter. So what is the very first information? How we are supposed to start the letter? What's the very first letter? Yes, very good. So what's the very first information? That is the date format. Yes. So in this particular slide, I have provided 4 date formats. So actually it's not 18, I think it's 19. Okay, 19. This is 19. So that can be a typing error. So we can read it as 19 itself, 18 itself. It's 18. Okay. So I have corrected the date as 18. So please read the date as 18. Okay. So that's the discharge date. Exactly. So could you please tell me what is the right answer for this? Everyone is going with B and C. So I have provided 4 formats over here. 4 ഫോമാറ്റ് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. Now you people have to tell me which all are the correct format. ഇതിലെ correct formats ഏതൊക്കെയാണ്? Which all are the correct formats? So everyone is going with option C. Okay. Which all are the correct format? Everyone is going with option C, 18 March. Okay. Option C. All right. Everyone is going with option C, but 19 B and C. Okay, so I'm getting options like B and C as also there. All right, B and C, C and D. Okay, D also. So which all are the correct format? Okay, so I am getting a mixture of option. എനിക്ക് എന്താണ് ഒരു mixture of option ഇപ്പോൾ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. എ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്, ബി പറയുന്നുണ്ട്, സി ആസ് വെൽ ആസ് ഡി. ബിയും സിയും ഡിയും എല്ലാം പറയുന്നവരുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, ഓൾ റൈറ്റ്. യെസ്, എക്സെപ്റ്റ് എ എവറിത്തിങ് ഇസ് കറക്റ്റ് ഫോർ ഓൾ റൈറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, എക്സെപ്റ്റ് എ everything is correct for you people. Okay, yes, we can use C. We can use C. Okay, and then all right, B and C, B, C, D. C is always better to use. Ashok Kumar. Ashok Kumar is C is always better to use. Okay, B and C. All right, so I'm getting all the options. Oh my God. Dr. X, primary case physician address, BCD, but best one is C option. Okay, guys. All right. So I will tell you the right options are B and D. C and A are wrong. C, obviously നമ്മൾ എന്ത് എഴുതില്ല, we won't be using the A part, A format, because month നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ എഴുതില്ല, 3 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് എഴുതില്ല. We won't be using the A format. This is completely wrong. And why option C is wrong? Because here the month March is provided entire thing in capital letter. Are we supposed to write everything in capital letter? This has to be like this. The first letter M should be in capital and the rest of the things should be in small letter. Right? So is it right? Now full cap alla, M should be in capital letter and rest of the things should be in small letter. So now you people tell me, is C option right? C option correct aano? You ulladil among the 4 options, B and C, D are correct. 18/03/2018. This is the correct accepted date format. And another one is 18/03/2018. That is also correct. But the third one is wrong because of the month March is provided in capital letter in the entire letter. It is entirely given in capital form. Is that correct? So that's why this option is wrong. So the best way, these two are accepted format. But the standard format would be 18 capital letter M, the rest of the thing in small, and 2018. This is the standard format. This is the standard format. So always follow this option. Clear? B, D can be used. B and D we can use Bensi. B and D, these two format are also right. But the better choice would be always the standard format. The better choice would be ഈ രണ്ടെണ്ണം ശരി തന്നെയാണ്. പക്ഷേ the better choice, always the better choice is standard format. So always follow this particular format. Clear ആണോ എല്ലാവർക്കും? And Febin, March 18, 2018, that is not acceptable because we are not supposed to use any kind of punctuations in date format. ഡേറ്റ് ഫോമാറ്റിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പാടില്ല? ഒരു തരത്തിലുള്ള പങ്ക്ച്വേഷൻസും ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പാടില്ല. ഈ ഒരു കോണ്ടെക്സ്റ്റ് എല്ലാവർക്കും ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? ഈ ഒരു കോണ്ടെക്സ്റ്റ് എല്ലാവർക്കും ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? Shall I move on to the next one? So എനിക്കറിയാം everyone got it wrong. C option, everyone opted for C. പക്ഷേ that can be a minute mistake. അപ്പോൾ എന്താണ്? There's a chance that we may ignore these kind of thing. So be very careful with that. Okay? So moving on to the next question for you today. In this next question, I have provided the format order. Here next question എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? I have provided the format order. So now you people have to tell me which is the best order. ഏതാണ് best order എന്ന് പറയുക? So the very first one, that is letterhead date followed by reader's address, then followed by salutation, then the referral line. That is the first set. Second one, reader's address, salutation and referral line. Third one, reader's address, letterhead date, salutation, referral line. What is the correct order? Which one is the correct order? Yes, which one is the correct order? ഏതാണ് correct order? Yes, I hope you people can see it. Which one is the correct order? Yes. Reader's address, salutation, referral line. Yes, B is the A and C both can use, but more accurate is C. Okay. A and C, C, A. All right. Okay. So I'm getting different options by the way. Letterhead date, reader's address, salutation, referral line. Second option, reader's address has to come first, salutation, referral line. And third one, reader's address, letterhead date, salutation and referral line. Which one is the correct order? Both A and C are acceptable. Yes, A, C, Anu, Vanita, Anisha, Ashok, Aksa, Steffi, Sapna, Mohanan. Yes guys, so the right order is both A and C are acceptable. Both A and C, both are acceptable. രണ്ടും എന്താണ്? Acceptable ആണ്. Both format are acceptable. Is that clear? Yes. ഈ രണ്ട് ഫോമാറ്റും നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? Acceptable ആണ്. But in this B1, the date part is missing. In B format, the date part is missing. In B option, date part is missing. So A and B are correct. Yes. Clear? Okay. So we dealt with the date. Then what should come next? Either you can go with letterhead date, then the reader's address. So I'll provide you people with the writing task. So can you please type it on the comment box, the reader's address. Reader's address on the type edidavo. Can you please type it on the comment box? What should be the reader's address? How the reader's address will come for this particular letter? ഈ ഒരു ലെറ്ററിന് reader's address എങ്ങനെ വരും എന്നൊന്ന് പറയാമോ? The very first should be reader name. Reader name. So can you please type the reader's address in the comment box? Reader's address ഒന്ന് പറയാമോ? ഇതിൽ ഏതാ വരുന്നതെന്ന്? How it would be? Dr. Giovanni D. Cocchio, primary care physician, Proudhurst family. Either you can go with physician also. Physician, Proudhurst family practice, 231 Brightfield Avenue, Proudhurst. Yes, Dr. Giovanni. The rest of his surname is in the next line. Yes, exactly. And Febin, there is no need of full stop in after doctor. After doctor, there is no need of full stop. Full stop idan nammal paadilla. And Sanop Krishnan, everything has to be, the first letter has to be in capital letter. D should be capital letter. There is no need of full stop. G and D should be in capital letter. Yes, Leha, that is good. Julie Mole, the surname is missing. Yes, Akshaya, it's correct. Sandeep Chandran, yes, very good. Yes, very good. And the next part, pera kayinittu, primary care physician or physician. You can simply go with physician. Primary care physician parayam avada tannirikkunnathu kondu. For example, when you are getting a letter, suppose in a case note you are getting, write a letter to patient's family doctor, Mr. Alex Thomas. So how you are going to write the letter? Mr. Alex Thomas, patient's family doctor. Then you will go for the rest of the address, right? This is how things has to be, right? So ഇവിടെ എന്താ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്? Discharge letter to the patient primary care physician. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? Dr. Gavani Dikauko, primary care physician. Then the rest of the address. I hope it is clear for you people. Physician തന്നെ എഴുതിയാൽ okay ആണ്. Okay, so we dealt with the address part as well. Date format is cleared. Then we dealt with the order. Then എന്താണ് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തത്? Address part I made you people type it in the comment box and everyone did in a very good way. Please avoid the small kind of mistakes like the full stop punctuation mistakes എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക? Avoid ചെയ്യുക. Okay, moving on to the next question. This is the salutation format. So now you people have to tell me the right salutation. What is the right salutation for this particular reader? What should be the right salutation for this particular reader? ഈ ഒരു റീഡറിൻ്റെ റൈറ്റ് സല്യൂട്ടേഷൻ പറയാമോ? Yes. What should be the right salutation of this particular reader? D. Okay, so Sandeep is telling it's option D. Okay, C, A. Okay, all right. Jins, Thomas, Vanita, Fila, Exa, Daniel, Sunny. Okay. Yes, D varunu, C varunu. Okay, I'm getting mixture of option B and C. Okay, for this particular letter, what should be the best choice? Yes, so I want everyone to comment actually. Sorry, C. Okay, Sandeep. All right. Yeah, that's a typing mistake. Okay, I understood. All right. So the right. Yes, exactly. So I understood that you people are going with C, but still I would request you people to type the option. Option type ചെയ്തിടാനായിട്ട് I will request you people. വേറൊന്നും കൊണ്ടല്ല, that will give you concept clarity. Hi Sija, good evening. Welcome to the session. Okay, so type the options in the comment box. So that will give you a concept clarity. നമുക്ക് കുറച്ചും കൂടെ ക്ലാരിറ്റി തരും. ഓക്കെ, rather than simply going with C and D പറയുന്നതിന് പകരം ആ ഒരു ഓപ്ഷനും കൂടെ ഇടുവാണെങ്കിൽ അത് നല്ലതായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ ആണോ? യെസ്, very good. So C is the right option. So everyone got it correct. Very good. C ആണ് നമ്മുടെ right option. A is wrong because of this full stop. ഈ ഒരു full stop കൊണ്ടാണ് A went wrong. A went wrong because of the full stop. So A is wrong. Second one, dear sir or madam, that is fine. But, we know the name of the reader. Since we know the name of the reader, it's better to go with the surname. And option D is wrong because in salutation, we don't use full name. In salutation, only the surname. Salutation. Use only the surname. Use only the surname. Clear ano? Be wrong because name mentioned on the letter. Yes, see me. We already got the name of the reader. So you don't need to write sir or madam. You can directly go with dear Dr. Dikokho. Yes, C caps varuo. Yes, പേരിൽ C caps varum a mini mall because case note il anganeyanu thanirikkunathu. Because in the case note it is provided in that way. Appo adu angane thanne ezhuduka. Clear aano? Okay aano? And salutation, in salutation we only use surname. Okay, so I'm moving with the next question. So ee oru karyam ellarkum clear aayenu vicharikkunu. So these are the, why I opted for this. Ingane njan endina structure cheyidannu paranjal, these are the small mistake that you people come across. Ningalku varuthan chance ulla cheriya mistakes idakkeyanu. You know, these are the technical mistakes, or I would say നമ്മൾ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് ഒക്കെ. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് ക്ലാരിറ്റി വരുത്തി പോകുക. And once you watch our OET series mistake, the grammar live by our own Tiju Sir and Deepthi ma'am, adu kude കാണുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഗ്രാമർ പാർട്ട് കറക്റ്റ് ആവും. ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് കറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് പോകും, കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് കറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് പോകും. അപ്പോൾ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് വിൽ ബി കറക്റ്റഡ് ത്രൂ അവർ live session, and the grammar will be corrected to our OET writing OET series mistake session. So clubbing it together, you will make a perfect letter. Shall we put comma in salutation? Salutation, Jyoti John, we can put comma right after the salutation. But if you are putting a comma right after the salutation, you have to put it after yours sincerely or faithfully as well. Letterന്റെ endilum നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യേണ്ട വരും, ഇടേണ്ട വരും. Clear ആണോ? Now moving on to the next question for you today. This is the referral line. So among the referral line, I want you people to identify the right option. Yes, please tell me the right option. Carefully analyze the options, please. That is my clue, or I would say tip for you people, or hint, what I should call hint എന്ന് വിളിക്കാം. എന്താണ്, കെയർഫുൾ ആയിട്ട് ഈ ഓപ്ഷൻസ് അനലൈസ് ചെയ്യുക ആൻഡ് ലെറ്റ് മീ നോ ഇതിലേതാണ് റൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഓപ്ഷൻ. ഓക്കെ, സോ എവ്രി വൺ ഈസ് ഗോയിങ് വിത്ത് സി. ടുഡേയ്സ് ക്ലാസ് ടെക്നിക് ഇസ് റിയലി ഗ്രേറ്റ് മാം. ഓക്കെ ദീപ, താങ്ക് യു. Okay, so I will develop in this such way, I mean in particular way. Yes, exactly, that is what also I meant, because the technical thing and the conceptual thing will be clarified through my writing class, and the grammatical part will be corrected through our Sir and Deepthi ma'am session. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ ടെക്നിക്കൽ ആസ്പെക്റ്റ് എൻ്റെ റൈറ്റിംഗ് ക്ലാസ്സിലൂടെ ഞാൻ കറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരാം. ആൻഡ് ഗ്രാമർ പാർട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ അവിടെ നിന്നും കളക്ട് ചെയ്യുക. സോ ക്ലബിങ് ഇറ്റ് ടുഗെദർ യുവർ ലെറ്റർ വിൽ ബി എ പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ചോയ്സ്, the perfect one. Okay, Simi Peter, reference Mr. Bethany Taylor, age 35 years. Okay, all right. Patient, yes. Reference Miss Bethany Taylor, age, yes. Anu, okay, all right. Okay, Midula is going with B. Okay, this seems to be interesting because B option വരുന്നുണ്ട്, C option വരുന്നുണ്ട്, എല്ലാ ഓപ്ഷൻസും എനിക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. All right. Yes, so I'll give you one more minute. Not C because there is rough instead of yes, Simi, very good. Patient is a lady, exactly. All right. Yes, so the right option is, I'm going to analyze these options one by one. The options endeyana one by one aayittu with you people. I'm going to, hi Shailam, good afternoon for you. All right, so I'm going to analyze the options one by one with you people. Okay, so the first option is wrong. First option is wrong. So can you please tell me why the option is wrong? First option endana wrong aanu. Yes, Janet Jijo, very good, you got it correct. So first option is wrong because a reference is there, Bethany Taylor is there, and the patient 35 years of age. 35 years of age, we won't be writing in that way. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഏജ് ഫോമാറ്റ് എന്തില്ല, നമ്മൾക്കില്ല. And title is also not there. Title is also not there. Okay, that's why option A is wrong. And second one, reference Bethany Taylor, age 35. The aged part is correct, but here also there is no title. B, here also there may Hi, Aksa, you're going for duty. All right, yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. And all the സമയം ഇതിന് യൂസ് ചെയ്തതിന് thank you and good luck. Have a good day and have a good duty time as well. Yes, B1 എന്താണ് ടൈറ്റിൽ ഇല്ല, പക്ഷേ ഏജ് പാർട്ട് എന്താണ് കറക്റ്റ് ആണ്. തേർഡ് വൺ ഇസ് ഓൾസോ റോങ്. തേർഡ് വൺ എന്താണ് അതും റോങ് ആണ്. ബിക്കോസ് വി വോണ്ട് ബി റൈറ്റിംഗ് ഇറ്റ് ആസ് റെഫർ. ഇങ്ങനെയാണോ നമ്മൾ ഷോർട്ട് ഫോം എഴുതുക? REF ഇത് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാറുണ്ടോ? ദിസ് ഇസ് നോട്ട് ദ റൈറ്റ് യൂസേജ്. എഫിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യം അവിടെ ഇല്ല. ഹൗ ഇറ്റ് ഷുഡ് ബി RE. കണ്ടോ, നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒബ്സർവേഷൻ സ്കിൽസ് ഇത്തിരി പ്രശ്നമാകുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, സോ കെയർഫുൾ. ഇങ്ങനത്തെ മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് ആണ് യു മേ കമ്മിറ്റ് ഇൻ റീഡിങ് ആസ് വെൽ. റീഡിങ്ങിൽ നമ്മളിങ്ങനത്തെ ചെറിയ കാര്യങ്ങൾ എന്താവും മിസ്സാക്കാനുള്ള ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. സോ ബി കെയർഫുൾ വിത്ത് ദാറ്റ്. റെഫർ REF ഇല്ല, RE colon. This is the correct one. Not F, exactly. And the fourth one is also wrong. Fourth one is also wrong. I'll tell you why. Here, Miss Bethany Taylor. What is the patient name? Miss Bethany Taylor. Miss Bethany Taylor എന്നായിരുന്നു വരേണ്ടത്. But in fourth option, it's Mr., which means it's a gender change. അതെന്താണ്? Gender change ആണ്. Exactly. So, if title he or she is not in entire letter, how should we present, ma'am? Praveen, in OET letter, especially in OET's official letter, there won't be that kind of scenario. OET will not give any confusing ideas in their case note. They will be providing all those kind of information. Gender change under. Yes, exactly. And age should be capital as well. Yes. D ശരിയല്ല, because patient in എന്തുണ്ട് gender change. Patient is a lady. All the options are wrong. I know you got it confused. You people confusion ആയിട്ടുണ്ടാവാം, and I'm so sorry for that for putting it in that way. But still I want you people to identify the small minute mistakes that you people make. നിങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉള്ള ചെറിയ മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് വരെ നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, ഇതിലൂടെ ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യണം. So next time onwards, you will be really careful when it comes to this area. I hope it is clear, and I'm sorry that I put all the options in wrong way. Okay, my only intention was so that you people identify the minute mistakes. Clear ano? Okay ano? So I will write the correct format. ഈ ഒരു ലെറ്ററിൻ്റെ കറക്റ്റ് റെഫറൽ ലൈൻ ഞാനിപ്പോൾ എഴുതാം. RE, then 2 colon. Then title of the patient is MS. B wrong ആണ്, കാരണം ബിയിൽ ടൈറ്റിൽ ഇല്ല ദീപ. പേഷ്യൻ്റ് മേജർ ആണ്. സോ മേജർ ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഒബ്വിയസ്ലി പേഷ്യൻ്റ് ഇസ് മേജർ, സോ ഒബ്വിയസ്ലി ദ ഷുഡ് ബി എ ടൈറ്റിൽ. So the right option, yes Sanu, I'm giving you the right option. REMS, Miss is the title for this patient because it's a lady. Miss എന്നാണ് കേസ് നോട്ടിൽ തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. Bethany Taylor, put a small comma, then put a small comma, then aged 35 years. This is the right format number 1. Idum correct ആണ്. I'll give you another format also. RE Miss Bethany Taylor, then leave a small space, capital letter H colon 35 years old. 35 years old. Clear? Okay, I hope it is clear. Yes, very good. So we dealt with the date part, address part, salutation and referral line. And this is the last question for today. and I'll explain you why. Identify the right purpose word. Identify the right purpose word. So ഇതിനകത്ത് നിന്ന് identify the right purpose word for this. In case of minor, we can avoid title. Simply write it without titles. Title ഇല്ലാതെ എഴുതുക മൈനർ ആണെങ്കിൽ. ഓക്കെ, ടൈറ്റിൽ വേണ്ട, ബാക്കിയെല്ലാം വേണം. ടൈറ്റിൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് മിസ്, മിസ്സസ്, മിസ്റ്റർ എന്നുള്ള കാര്യമൊക്കെ. ഓക്കെ, ഏജ് 35 കറക്റ്റാണോ? ഏജ് 35 ഇയേഴ്സ് എന്ന് കൂടി വേണം. ഏജ് 35 ഇയേഴ്സ് എന്ന് എഴുതണം. ഓക്കെ, നൗ പ്ലീസ് ഗോ ടു ദ ലാസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. Identify the right purpose words. Right purpose word. Assessment and management. That is the first option. Second one, further assessment and follow up. Minor under 18 alla 16 and below. 16 and below aanu minor. Madhu Chaudhary, ma'am, if in case DOB is given instead of age, then how can I write this? Okay, I'll give you that also. RE colon Miss Bethany Taylor, leave a small space, DOB, then put a colon. For example, 18 May 2000. This is how you can write if the DOB is provided. Clear ano? Okay, so now go for the last question. Assessment and management. Further assessment and follow up. 17 and above need a title. Exactly, Suja. 17 and above are considered as major, so they need a title. 16 and below are considered as minor, so they don't need a title. Okay. ഏജ് 35 ഇയേഴ്സ് കറക്റ്റ് അല്ല സരിത. ഏജ് ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതുവാണെങ്കിൽ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ ലെറ്റർ എ വേണം, 35 ഇയേഴ്സ് ഓൾഡ് കൂടെ വേണം. So now you have to identify the right purpose word. Assessment and management. Assessment and management. Further assessment and follow up. Follow up and support. Simply follow up. E option is follow up management. Follow up and support, follow up and management. Follow up and management and support. Okay, so first of all, keep it in your mind. Yes, Simi, yours is the right one. Who is our reader? Our reader is a doctor, right? And we already diagnosed the condition. നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്തു? ഈ കണ്ടീഷൻ ഓൾറെഡി ഡയഗ്നോസ് ചെയ്തു. ആസ് സ്കീസോഫ്രീനിയ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ഡയഗ്നോസ് ചെയ്തു. എ കറക്റ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ ഇനി ഒരു അസസ്മെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യം ഉണ്ടോ? ഡു വി നീഡ് ടു ഗോ ഫോർ അനദർ അസസ്മെൻറ്റ്? വാട്ട് ഓൾ തിങ്സ് ആർ ദെയർ ഇൻ ദ ഡിസ്ചാർജ് പ്ലാൻ? Discharged on medication, and if medication needs, you can give. If necessary, you can give the medication, and needs a follow up. So the patient requires a follow up, and if he is having agitation or psychosis, then you have to go for management as well. Patient in എന്ത് ആവശ്യമുണ്ട്? ഫോളോ അപ്പും മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റും ആവശ്യമുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, സോ അസസ്മെൻറ്റ് ഇവിടെ ഡിസ്ചാർജ് പ്ലാനിൽ പറയുന്നുണ്ടോ? ആർ ദേ ആസ്കിങ് അസ് ടു അസസ് ദ പേഷ്യൻറ്റ് അഗെയിൻ? നോ. So there is no need of going for another assessment there. I hope it is clear. So in that particular option, you can avoid, cancel these two options, because no need of assessment as she has decompensated schizophrenia. Yes, very good. So there is no need of assessment. We have already done the assessment. Yes. Okay. Now let's go for the next one. Third option, follow up and support. Do they in the writing task is support is provided? Support provide ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? സപ്പോർട്ട് അവിടെ എന്ത് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല? Support, they are not asking us to support the patient. Reader is not asked to support the patient in writing task. Writing taskil അല്ലെങ്കിൽ discharge planil supporting ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ മാത്രം then include support. Otherwise cancel it out. Okay, so there is not support is provided as in the discharge plan. Discharge planil the reader is not asked to provide a support. The reader is simply asked to provide a follow up. And if the patient is having agitation, provide another medicine. That is management. So the best option would be, I would say, follow up management. Here follow up and management is correct. Follow up and management parayam. Follow up management, we can put it together, that is also correct. Option D is wrong because follow up is a hyphenated word. Follow up എന്താണ് hyphenated ആണ്. So that's why option D and C are wrong. Yes, follow up is a hyphenated word. So the best option would be follow up management. Clear ആണോ? So normally can you please frame a sentence or introduction? Yes, definitely I'm going to frame the sentence or introduction. Introduction the purpose word identify chedo. I am taking it step by step so that you people should be able to identify the purpose word correctly. Then only we will be able to write the sentence. Right? Purpose word correct ആയിട്ട് identify ചെയ്താലേ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ, നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ, ഫോളോ അപ്പ് കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഇപ്പോൾ എന്തായി, നമ്മൾ പേർപ്പസ് വേർഡ് വരെ ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്തു. അസസ്മെൻ്റ് ഇല്ല, സപ്പോർട്ട് പറയുന്നില്ല, ഫോളോ അപ്പ് ഇസ് എ ഹൈഫനേറ്റഡ് വേർഡ്, ഫോളോ അപ്പ് മാനേജ്മെൻ്റ് ആണ് റൈറ്റ് ചോയ്സ്. ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? ബിക്കോസ് ഇൻ ദ റൈറ്റിംഗ് ടാസ്ക് ഓൾസോ ഹിയർ ദ ഫോളോ അപ്പ് ഇസ് ഹൈഫനേറ്റഡ്, റൈറ്റ്? ഇവിടെയും എന്താണ്, ഫോളോ അപ്പ് ഇസ് ഹൈഫനേറ്റഡ്. Clear? And now my last question to you people for today is, this is a non-case, so how the introduction would be? This is a completely a non-case, so how the introduction would be? Introduction എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും? Can anyone tell me that? How the non-case introductions are starting normally? Yes, Dilma? Non-case introduction would be always an update. Non-case introduction eppudu entana? Exactly, I'm writing to update. So the intro for this particular letter would be, I'm writing to update. This is how we are supposed to start. To regarding the current health status of, exactly. Yes, very good, very good. I'm writing to update. Okay, Anno? Alright. So, right now the time is 6:37 in the evening. So, our session is for one hour. So, what I have done today is, I dealt with the small minor mistakes of this letter. Your letter and purpose word vareyulla cheriya കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്തു, ഡീൽ ചെയ്തു. And in our upcoming session of this particular live class, your live class in the upcoming session, we will be continuing with the introduction and the body paragraph of this particular letter. Your letter and the proper introduction and body paragraph നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും, നമ്മളുടെ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഡീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ആ ക്ലാസ്സും എങ്ങനെ എടുക്കുകയുള്ളൂ, നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ ചെറിയ ബേസിക് സെൻറ്റൻസസ് അറിയാം, മേജർ ഗ്രാമർ തിങ്സ് അറിയാം, ബട്ട് ഐ എം ഹിയർ ഫോക്കസിങ് ഓൺ ദ മൈനർ മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് ദാറ്റ് യു പീപ്പിൾ മേ കം അക്രോസ്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വരാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉള്ള ചെറിയ മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും, ഈ ഒരു ലെറ്ററിനെ വെച്ചിട്ട് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. Okay, so for that I have a work. Kindly take us through a letter with multiple dates next time. Yes, definitely definitely I'll consider that as well. ഈ ഒരു ലെറ്ററിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, we have dealt till purpose, and in our upcoming live session we will be continuing with the construction of this letter. Yes, so what you have to do is, you people can take the screenshot of the case note and try to write it by yourself. ഈ ഒരു ലെറ്ററിൻ്റെ സ്ക്രീൻഷോട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്ത് എടുക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. ആൻഡ് ട്രൈ ടു റൈറ്റ് ഇറ്റ് ബൈ യുവർ സെൽഫ് ആൻഡ് കം അപ്പ് വിത്ത് യുവർ ഓൺ വേർഷൻ ബൈ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്. ആൻഡ് വി വിൽ ബി കണ്ടിന്യൂയിങ് വിത്ത് the body introduction, body paragraph and discharge in our next class. Next writing session of mine will be on next Wednesday. Okay, so you people can take the screenshot of the letter. The first slide is over there. First slide, second slide, and the third one. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for your very encouraging participation. So thank you so much for being always active throughout the session. So we will be continuing with the rest of this letter and the rest of the things with our next live class, that is on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. So till then, this is Aishwarya signing off, and I wish you a very good day for you people. So thank you so much, and we'll meet you by next weekend. Thank you guys. Thank you Aishwarya, you look beautiful. Thank you Akshaya, thank you for the compliment. Thank you everyone.